Hello everyone, today I will go through how to work with parallel and perpendicular lines, and how to make a line parallel or perpendicular to a line that has already been given to you.
So one of the easiest way to remember what both lines are is by remembering that parallel lines run alongside each other, always staying the same distance apart. Parallel lines also never meet, almost like railway tracks. However, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect each other at a perfect right angle, like the corner of a square, or a capital L. So again, let's go over some extended notes on parallel lines to make sure we can fully understand and visualize the concept. So as we already know, parallel lines are lines that will never meet. Normally on graphs, there will be two little symbols put on parallel lines to help us identify whether they are parallel or not. Also, one of the key ideas I really want to focus on is that parallel lines have the exact same slope, meaning they have the same gradient but different y-intercept. Perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect at exactly 90 degrees, forming a right angle. And there is also a very important rule that comes with perpendicular lines, and that is that the slopes of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals, and their product is always -1. So when we make a line parallel to another line, we have to make sure that we use the same gradient, or else the line won't be parallel. As we can see in the diagram shown below, the orange line and the blue line have the exact same gradient, therefore both lines are parallel to each other. One thing that many students fall for is that the y-intercept also has to be the same for two lines to be parallel, but that is incorrect, and only the gradient of both lines have to be the same. Now, making a line perpendicular to another line seems very tricky at first, but when you get the hang of it, it's very easy. See, the first step when trying to do this, you have to identify the gradient of the line. For the diagram on the right-hand side, the gradient of the orange line is 3. Knowing this, we now have to find the negative reciprocal of 3 by first turning 3 into a fraction, which would be 3 into a fraction, which would be 3 over 1. Then you have to find the reciprocal, meaning flip the fraction, so it just becomes 1 over 3. After that, we then have to turn the number into a negative number, since we're not just finding the reciprocal of the number, but we're finding the negative reciprocal. So our final gradient becomes negative 3 over 1. One of the biggest misconceptions is that when finding the reciprocal of a number that is 1 over 3, you don't have to do anything since it already flipped, but actually that is again incorrect, and you have to then turn the number back into 3. Furthermore, if say the gradient of the orange line was negative 3 when finding the negative reciprocal, you would turn the number into a positive integer. So now you should pause this video and have a go at answering these questions to make sure you're fully prepared. And here are the answers. Even if you got more than half of the questions right, you've done wonderful. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for listening to this video. Make sure you like and subscribe so I can keep making more videos. And if there are any topics that you want me to go over, just type it in the comment section again. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.